Hello, welcome to another video from EarnPed.com. I'm Stevie B, happy to have you all with me today here on Planet Cyrene as we continue our series on Planet Cyrene. We're at the Panton Jungle Teleporter, so guys, let's jump right into it. Let's take some big sips to get this one started. In the last video, we talked about getting our blueprints from the blueprint terminal and taking advantage of that amazing glitch that allows us to get quality rating 100 blueprints right off the bat. But there's a blueprint that is very important to our time here on Planet Cyrene that we did not get to talk about. So if you'll stick with me to the end of today's video, at the very end of today's video, I'm going to give you some very valuable information you're not going to want to miss. So as you can see, I just pulled up the Cyrene Acid Armor Plate Limited Blueprint. Now this is an unlimited blueprint, meaning we can use it as many times as we want, but it creates a limited armor plate, meaning the armor plate provides the full protection until it reaches 0 TT, at which point the plate cannot be repaired and it will provide no more protection. So this blueprint has a skill increase bonus period of 0 to 5 for the armor engineer profession. Uses 3 jellyworm leather, 15 Zornstar ingot, 6 animal eye oil, and 5 Cuban powered lube. And it creates the Cyrene Acid Armor Plate, which gives us 7 points of protection and has durability of 1500. Now this is a very important blueprint, and it creates this very important plate. The blueprint is important because it's going to be very valuable as part of our daily crafting missions that we're going to be doing. And we're going to do it quite often. And the plate it creates is going to be very valuable to a lot of the stuff that we're going to be doing on Planet Cyrene. So this is kind of a double dipper. This blueprint not only helps us get more ARC faction badges and complete more daily missions, it also actually creates something that we need for our adventures here on Cyrene, which is this Cyrene Acid Armor Plate Limited. So we definitely need this blueprint. Now, why did we not get to talk about this blueprint in our last video? Well, you cannot get it from the blueprint terminal. You have to get it from a one-time mission. So this mission is called the Toa'quak Hide and Seek. You can find all the details on cyrenedream.org/one-time missions. And I'm going to walk you through it here because there's one part of this mission that is incredibly painful to try and figure out if you don't know how to do it. So I will show you guys how to do it. So I'm at the Panton Jungle Teleporter. I'm going to go ahead and copy the waypoint to get us started by going and seeing the shaman that starts the mission chain. Now this is a waypoint mission. So once we get started with this mission, it's fairly easy the first couple of steps. We just have to take the waypoint, which all 7 of the waypoints are listed on cyrenedream.org. You don't even have to try and figure them out. So you just copy the first waypoint, plug it in, figure out which teleporter is nearest, go to that teleporter, jump in your vehicle, go to the waypoint, figure out what the next waypoint is, put that waypoint in, go to the nearest teleporter, go to the waypoint, so on and so forth. And this is very easy up until the second to last step, waypoint number 6. That's the one that's going to give people a lot of trouble. So I want to show you guys how to do it. That way you're properly prepared for what you're going to want to face. So this chain all starts here at the shaman. Now this is also where we want to come to hunt Zindos if we are getting those Cyrene mission tokens. Remember when we made the video about Cyrene mission tokens and the hand-in missions, there was a mission we could do every 4 days to hunt 100 Zindos and get a big bulk of Cyrene mission tokens. Well, we can do that here at the same waypoint. This area down here is just filled with Zindos. And Zindos also drop lesser and greater power crystals, which are needed for another very important chain. Those are kind of weird with how they interact with loot, but we'll talk about that in another video. Right now, we're wanting to go up these ramps very carefully. These ramps are very narrow, so you want to take it slow. That way you don't fall off the ramp. But once we get up the ramp, here's the shaman. We talk to the Zen shaman Toa'quak. I love the fact that it's got quack in the name. And then we want to very carefully go back down these ramps. He is going to get us started on the mission chain to get this Cyrene Acid Armor Plate. And then we can start going to the 7 waypoints. Now, guys, this is a one-time mission. So if you get rid of this blueprint, if you TT it, if you auction it off, if you sell it, you are not going to be able to get it back. And you don't want to do that. So take great care to remember not to do anything stupid with this Cyrene Acid Armor Plate Limited blueprint. You cannot get another copy. So be very, very careful not to get rid of it. In fact, this is why I recommend getting blueprint books, so you can immediately put it in your blueprint book. If I've got a blueprint and it's in a blueprint book, I know that I need to think twice before doing anything stupid with it. If you just put them all in storage, they all get jumbled up. Do not do that. Blueprint books are very, very valuable for this reason. So we're going to come back to the Panton Jungle Teleporter. And like I said, normally we would just start going waypoint to waypoint, but I'm not going to take you through all 7 waypoints. There's no need. We're going to jump over to waypoint number 6, because this is the one that's kind of tricky. So I'm going to go up here to the Quan, the Destroyed City Teleporter. I'm going to go to CyreneDream.org, and I'm going to get the waypoint for part 6. I'm going to put the waypoint in. And I'm going to pull the quad back out. And when we fly over there, some of you will immediately see the problem. All the others are really, really straightforward and easy, but this one can be kind of problematic. So I will tell you right now, you're going to want one of two things. You're either going to want a flight-capable vehicle, which is preferred, and if you've got one of those like hoverboards, like the Scavenge Skyripper or the Loyalist Skyripper off of Next Island, those would be almost perfect. However, a quad will do, a sleep will do, any flight-capable vehicle will do to accomplish this. If you don't have a flight-capable vehicle, a teleportation ship will do, but it might be a little bit more of a pain in the butt. So if we come over toward the waypoint, as we come around the mountain, I'm going to drop down a little bit. I want to swing wide so you guys can see the issue. We see this set of various levels over here, this almost building kind of thing. So there's a ground level with a canopy, a second level with a canopy, a third level with a canopy, a fourth level with a canopy, a fifth level with a canopy. So here's the problem. Notice where the waypoint is. It's up here. So right there, see those barrels? Sitting on top of those barrels is the recipe piece that we need. Right there. So on top of those barrels, that's where we need to be, that waypoint right there. Now here's the problem. There's no televator. There's no stairs. I've tried running up these little, whatever you want to call these trusses. I've tried running up those and jumping up those. I've tried climbing the mountain. I've tried every which way in the world to get up to this platform. The easiest way I found is to have a flight-powered vehicle and to just kind of land on top here. And you have to be kind of careful how you do this. So you essentially want to try and jump down, but you want to be sure you land on the platform itself, because, okay, so I'm on the platform. You can kind of sort of climb the trusses and stuff, but see this gap between the truss and the platform? There's actually a little bit of a gap there. Make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, this gap right over here, you can't get from down here on top of the level below you to the ground level up here. So even if you can climb all the trusses, you're standing on the top of the level below you, you can't get to the level you need to be at. But if you land on top and can carefully just drop down back behind here, you can come over to the waypoint, and bam, right here on top of this barrel is the Lost Zen recipe. So this is the 6th of 7 waypoints. Now this is the tricky one, and that's how you do it. Now if you don't have a flight-powered vehicle, you can do it with a teleportation ship. The other way to do this which is not as easy. It could take you a couple tries. I got lucky. I did it on my very first try. But the other way to do it is you put in the waypoint, you activate your teleportation chip, and then you very carefully try and click right in the middle of where the waypoint is and teleport to it. Now, because you're teleporting to a two-dimensional XY area, it's not really taking the altitude into account. So the first time I tried this, I actually didn't land on top. I actually finally, after trying to run up the mountain and run up the trusses, I just landed down there and I teleported almost directly in on top of it. However, I tried to repeat this, and I've landed on top of the building, I've teleported to the floor below me, I've teleported over to the side, and landed over here in this little no man's land that I can't get from the area below up to this level. So if you have a teleportation chip and you're trying to get up here, it can be a much bigger pain in the butt to try and accomplish. These level 46 living vortexes you're seeing, those should not be here. That is a glitch. Those are supposed to be on the other side of the mountain. Those should not be up here. But needless to say, a teleportation chip can do the trick. You just might have to give it several attempts. Landing on top of the building and just dropping down back behind it is much, much easier. And if you have something like a Scavenge Skyripper or a Loyalist Skyripper, you can just hop on your little hoverboard and you can just fly right up here and fly literally right through this opening and just land here. So that is how we get the acid armor plate blueprint. Now, I told you guys if you would stay with me to the end of the video, I would tell you guys some information you're definitely going to want to have. So the Cyrene Acid Armor Plate Limited Blueprint is one of the blueprints that we need for our daily crafting missions, specifically the daily crafting missions to get more ARC faction badges. Now, I'm actually going to be splitting these crafting dailies for ARC faction badges into part 1 and part 2, because there's one set you're going to want to do a whole lot, like almost every day, and that's the set that this armor plate blueprint will fall into. And then there's a second set which you'll want to do, but you'll do those much, much, much less often. The problem with this Cyrene Acid Armor Plate blueprint is we need an input that we don't naturally get by doing all of our other ARC related dailies. So what you guys will find out in the next video that we're going to do in this series is that when we're looking at these crafting dailies, part 1, the ones that we're going to do very, very, very often, a lot of the inputs that I told you guys to save are loot that we got from the Ultimate ARC Faction Daily Hunting Circuit. So when we were going through doing that ARC Faction Daily Hunting Circuit, we save a lot of our loot because we're going to need a lot of that for this set of crafting dailies that we're going to be doing. However, the Cyrene Acid Armor Plate has an input that we are not able to get from our Ultimate ARC Faction Daily Hunting Circuit. So if we go back to the construction terminal and we pull up the blueprint again, I will pull this up as high as I can. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it. No, you're not. I'll read it off to you. The inputs that we need to craft it are animal eye oil, Cuban powered lube, Zorn star ingot, and then jellyworm leather. So jellyworm leather is the input that we're not able to get just doing our ultimate daily hunting circuit for our ARC faction badges. However, there is a special place we can go to hunt jellyworm where this leather drops very, very often, and it will allow us to craft these Cyrene Acid Armor Plates. In addition, the jellyworms that we will be hunting have a special codex that have that 4th skill set at levels 5, 15, and 25. So as we go through hunting the jellyworm to get the leather, we'll be able to work on one of those special codexes that will allow us to get analysis or biology or zoology or any of those very rare set 4 skills that we can't just get with every single codex. So we can bang out a couple of things at once by going to this special location to hunt jellyworm. We can work on that special codex to get those special set 4 skills. We can get the jellyworm leather that we need in order to make these Cyrene Acid Armor Plates, and by doing so we will actually be able to complete another mission that will have its own daily reward that will have amazing, amazing markup. So this is going to be something very special because there is a very particular type of jellyworm that has the tendency to get you more jellyworm hide than others. In addition, once we start making these acid armor plates, we will be able to do one of my favorite daily missions that has a very special skill reward, and these acid armor plates that we're going to craft will help us have the protection that we need in order to get through that daily mission. So you guys are going to want to check all of this out because this is going to be some good stuff. And I see a lot of people hunting jellyworm, but they're just not hunting in the right spot. And that's why they're not able to make these acid armor plates as often as they should. So guys, we will cover all of that, where to go, how to hunt them, when to hunt them, what the reward is, all that good stuff in the next video in the series. And then the video after that will be the daily crafting missions part 1, the ones that we're going to do quite often that are going to use a lot of those inputs we've saved from our ultimate hunting circuit and from getting this jellyworm leather. Then after that we will get on to part 2 of the daily crafting for the ARC faction badges, and then we will move on into some of the great legendary mission chains that Cyrene has. I'm very, very excited. You guys are going to love these epic chains. I'm working as fast as I can to get through one in particular right now, and I am so excited about it. So guys, before I leave it there for today, I want to let you guys know I'm actually reshooting a lot of these videos. I had a ton of them already shot, and I had the series already lined out, but I wanted to reshoot several of them just for personal preference. So I will actually be heading back to Cali for Halloween Mayhem 2023. And during Halloween Mayhem, which goes from the 26th of October until November 9th, I'm actually taking a week off work. I'm taking my vacation for the year for Halloween Mayhem. So I may not be able to answer a lot of private messages. I might not be fast emailing back. And I might not be uploading a ton of content related to Cyrene. I might have to wait on that till I get back after Mayhem. But I do have some very important videos and information and content I need to get out to you guys, and I need to get made and get out to you guys during Mayhem. So there's a lot more content to come. I've just been run ragged, and I wanted to reshoot some of these videos to get the best quality information out to you guys. So I want you guys to know that up front. That way you guys kind of know what my schedule looks like for the next 2 weeks. So very, very excited. Once we get past these next couple of videos, I think you guys are going to love them. And then once we get into these legendary epic chains here on Cyrene, you guys are going to go gaga for them. There is one that is so amazing. I've literally been doing it to the point that I wear myself out till I fall asleep at my keyboard almost every single day because it is that awesome. So guys, I'll leave it there for today. We've got a lot more content coming your way for today. Sip, sip, smack, smack. Head over to earnped.com because when you earn, we earn. It's by far the best way you guys can support us. Simply use the links on earnped.com to go to hideout.tv. Hideout will automatically add us as a redemption option for your hideout points. Guys, please do, as the banner at the bottom of the screen says, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. It takes you 1 second. You only have to hit each button one time. It's absolutely free. And when you do, that keeps you up to date with all the newest content that we release. Keeps you up to date with all the changes going on in Entropia, all the newest opportunities, the newest events, the newest ways you guys can earn ped, save ped, and make ped. And it helps you learn to play smarter, not harder. Guys, please, if you would, also take the 1 quick second every time you see a video to hit that like button. That really helps us combat the trolls and the haters that are out there, and it really does a great deal in getting us on the right side of the YouTube algorithm. And guys, we are still getting more and more emails every single week from people that are saying, hey Stevie, would you let your followers know that it's exactly what you said? I was sitting around just watching YouTube one day. I'm into MMOs and PC gaming, and I was just watching YouTube videos, and one of your videos popped up. I'd never heard of you before. I'd never heard of Entropia before. But I started watching your video, and then I started watching the channel, and then I started playing the game. And this is going to be my first Mayhem. I've been gearing up for 3 months now. Would you please let your subscribers know that it works when they hit that subscribe button or that bell icon, or when they just like the video? When they take that 1 second to do that, YouTube really does put your videos in front of more people like me, people who've never heard of Entropia before. And it's because of that this is now my hobby, my passion. This is the game that I absolutely love. I wish I would have found out about this game 10, 15, 20 years ago. would you please tell them thank you for helping to share Entropia with me and making this such a big part of my life? So I want to do that because you guys deserve to know the impact you're having. We can make the videos, but it's you guys hitting the subscribe button, the bell icon, and the like button. That's what gets us the exposure that we need. That's what helps to share these videos and the love of this game that we all love so much with the entire world. I just told Mindark the other day, I said, when we talk to you, it's because we absolutely love this game with a passion. So we might say the same thing over and over again. You might get tired of hearing it, but we want you to know that your core fan base that really plays this game every single day, we absolutely love this game in every way. So guys, you're helping to share that love, that passion with people who are falling in love with Entropia for the very first time, and that's all because of you hitting those buttons to support us. So please keep it up. Till next time, sip, sip, smack, smack. Thank you guys for helping to support us, and we'll be back next time when we will show you guys how to get slimed here on planet Cyrene. Look forward to getting slimed. It's going to be a good time. Take care, Stevies.